Retention has changed my mind and my soul and spirit in ways that I can't explain with words. It's hard to explain things that impact you so profoundly that you change your whole perspective on life and what it means to be alive and what it means to have a purpose and to live. And it's also strange and a very, I would say, difficult feeling actually, to go between feeling connected to the universe in ways that you never felt before, but at the same time you feel so lost in the world that you don't know what to do. It's like you're in this in-between state on retention where, especially in the beginning or when you go on a little longer streaks, when it starts impacting your mind more and it's less physical. Like when you start retaining, like if your baseline is down here, when you start retaining, because you're so depleted, your energy and everything will skyrocket. But at a certain point, the curve will level itself out and you'll feel more like it becomes your baseline and you become less impacted by this energy physically, and you start noticing the mental part of it more, and you start being more introspective and you start feeling more. And that's when you start going into a different reality than what you're used to. And it sounds very, like, even when I say it with words, it sounds very strange and it sounds like it can't be true, but it is true. And I almost feel like I've found a cheat code to life. Like, it's unfair that I can do this and other people don't do it. But at the same time, you can't cheat your way on retention. You can't cheat retention in any way. Like, retention will test you. It will test if you're ready or not. Like, you cannot just retain and, like, you can physically retain and be on day 1,000 if you're not spiritually open. Like, all the mental and spiritual benefits that you get, or just the new version of you that's being integrated, you only get it as deep as you can go within yourself. So if you haven't opened yourself up to this new energy, you won't go deep. You won't feel the profound energy shift until you actually open up. And when I say open up, I mean that quite literally, because if you have suppressed emotions, trauma, or beliefs about yourself from your life and your childhood and stuff like that, if you think about energy as a physical thing, like you can, like, think about energy as a physical thing, because when you do something or when we move or anything that happens in the world is energy. Like, when you lift your arm, your whole body sends energy out to your muscle, and that lifts your arm. And when your arm lifts up, like, you're even heating up the air around your arm. Like energy is flowing everywhere. And if you want energy to go to your mind and to your thoughts and to expand your consciousness, your body needs to be open. Because if your body is tense and all your sexual energy is in your balls, it won't flow through your body and reach the parts that it should or that it can for you to notice the mental part of retention. So you have to open up spiritually and mentally and emotionally, and that will lead you to open up physically as well. So, like, retention will only bring up it will only bring up stuff to the surface for you, but if you're not ready, you're going to relapse. That's why most people relapse, because they hit a point where you have so much negative emotions and so much pressure in you, so to speak. Like all the energy is building up, building up, building up. It doesn't have anywhere to go because you're not open yet. You can't transmute the energy properly, and you can only do so much physically. Like you can't work out 6 hours every day. Like it just doesn't work. You have to use this energy in other ways as well. You have to be able to sit down sometimes and transmute the energy into your mind and to like, or even just throughout your day. You have to be able to expand your mind and expand your consciousness on this practice. And like I said, you need to open up all parts of yourself. You have to be ready for it. So if your life is shit right now because you have a lot of suppressed stuff inside of you, and you go on retention and start retaining, and you can only hit, a week or 2 weeks or whatever, even though that's a good amount of time, regardless, like it's better than not retaining at all. The reason why you can go longer for most people is because you have so much stuff inside of you. You're not spiritually ready yet, so to speak. And you can force it, like you can force the physical part, but you can't force the spiritual part. And that's why so many people have a different experience on retention. Like I know people that retain for a month and they didn't feel much, or like people that can't really know if it's giving them something. And I think it's just that they're not spiritually open inside of themselves and like physically as well. So retention is just this whole energy flow. Like you got to look at it like it has to flow throughout your whole body. And there's no difference in energy when it comes to, like I said, lifting your arm or thinking a thought. It's energy is energy. So I feel like people don't see how your mind and your consciousness is energy as well. Like, think about synchronicity, for example. Like if you think about someone and then your phone rings and it's them, that's a synchronicity. Like something that's supposed to be, or like seemingly unconnected, that is connected somehow. But like I've been thinking about that. So like I said, energy takes on a new form always. So think about when you think a thought, let's say you think about a person and they call you. When you think a thought, your energy goes into that thought, and then what happens when you're finished with the thought? In my mind, or what I'm trying to say here is that the energy leaves your body. And you know how there's energies in the world that we can't see, but they still exist, like gravity. Like, look at the sun and the moon and everything. There's things holding stuff together that we can't see. There's energy fields that we can't see. So think about your thought leaving your head and going into the other person's head. Let's say it happens quickly. Like, we don't know how maybe energy and these things aren't connected to time in the way that we think. Like, it doesn't take the same amount of time. And there's also like quantum physics and stuff like that. But what if that thought enters their mind and that makes them call you? We don't know. Like, you can say, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, they just called me, it was random, whatever. But like, we don't know. And it's these things that's quite interesting to think about, because what if there's a language in synchronicity that we just don't know how to control yet? Yeah, kind of going off topic, but I'm just trying to explain to you that there's a lot going on in our mind and in energy and in the consciousness that we're not aware of. Like, there's so many things that people don't like believe in because it doesn't make sense, and that we can't explain it with words. We can't explain what's happening. We can't logically think what is happening. So we humans always do this when we don't know something. When something is unknown, we just like, humans have to label things. If we don't know something, it doesn't exist. Like, it's the same with God. Like, if you can't say that, like, people try to, like, even though I'm not religious in the like traditional term, I still believe in the universe. Like, it's obvious, and people still try to logically explain stuff, or they want you to give an explanation in words to things that is obviously way more complex than simple language that humans invented to try to translate the universe into a human form, into a human like communication style. Or just think about, yeah, I don't know. It just kind of, it annoys me how ignorant we are. Like, the more you know that you don't know. And the dumbest thing with humans is that we think we're smart. It's what's holding us back. And if you retain, you realize that you have a connection to life force in you that is giving you a connection to the universe in ways that you didn't know you even had. Like, we're not even aware that we can feel this connection to things. And it's like, there's so many things that's connected in this world. I'm just thinking about so much in my head right now, but I'll go on a tangent if I start talking too much. What I wanted to say is just that my mind has become so much more open in good ways and challenging ways. And I'm trying to ground myself in the like, I don't even know if I want to label this as like a positive experience. It's not positive. It's not like it's life. It's the universe. You can't really say something is right or wrong or good or bad. I guess that's part of my mind right now, that I get these like deep thoughts about what everything really is. Like, you kind of question everything that you know, a little bit more. But yeah, my mind has just become much more clear and bigger, and it's more about the spiritual part for me now. It's like I've said in my other videos, I don't care about, or my ego still cares about it to a certain degree, you know, attention or just physical stuff. I still care on some level. Of course, I'm still human, but I have my highest self that is always trying to tell me, like, this doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Like, we're going higher than this. Like, when I have a lustful thought, or when I judge myself, when let's say I make music from time to time, and I'm thinking, I can't post this, like, this isn't good enough, or, you know, like, any of these thoughts, I have this other voice in me now that is guiding me more, and is kind of telling me, like, why do you care? Like, why do we care about these things? Why do I care if my hair looks good or not? Why do I care what I look like even? Why do I care about what people think about me? And it's so hard to snap out of these thoughts, because you also know that if you transcend all of this, you're going to a place where you don't know how you feel. Like, you know that you will reach a spiritual high that you've never felt before. You're probably going to get enlightened in ways that you've never felt, but you're also going to reach a place that's unknown to you. And at the same time, you know that you're going to lose everything that's normal and comfortable, and like, you're going to lose your life. You're going to have this ego death. You're going to have yeah, like, even when I think about it, I don't know, it feels scary, you know, to transcend so much that you can't live your life in any way. I'm starting to think, like, do I still want a job? Do I still want to be in society? Do I want to move out into the woods? Do I want to be alive at all? Like, not on some, you know, depressing stuff, but just, you question what everything is, and it's, yeah, kind of difficult to land on a definite answer, like, yeah, that's the way to go. So it's hard, but I guess this is part of the journey on retention. Sometimes I feel kind of dumb making these videos, because I know how crazy all of this sounds to someone not retaining and who doesn't know what I'm talking about. It sounds like I'm fucking crazy. Like, I also seen some comments on other retention videos where they, like, hate on, even though I find that super weird. Like, if you don't retain, how do you find retention videos, and why do you go on a retention video and comment negative stuff? It's like, what? Like, why do you spend your time commenting on retention videos? I like, when I was not retaining. I didn't even know about this, but if I saw it, I would never, even though like I would never, I don't comment negative stuff anyway, but I would never go on a no fap or retention video and be like, you fucking suck, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you doing? It's so strange. Um, but yeah, it's it's a pretty interesting journey to say the least. And you know what I'm most excited about? And you know what mindset you should have? I'm excited about where I'm going. I'm like, the reason that I can stay on retention now is because I'm just excited about where I'm gonna go. When you're on, when you're in like 1 or 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, let's say, I feel like when you pass a month, you kind of get into more of the flow, so to speak. But the first few weeks, you're kind of battling, like I said, this intense physical change in energy and everything that's changing. So it's kind of difficult to see where you're gonna go. You feel like you're kind of busy just integrating all of this, but once you cross a line there, and it starts to chill down a bit more, you're more just like curious about, like, okay, I've retained for this long now. Like, think about what will happen if I retain for 3 more months or a year, or like, what if I retain the rest of my life? What is gonna happen? And your ego is trying to tell you like, no, you have to release then and then, or like in between here and there. But I'm just trying to go as long as I can, honestly. And I'm not perfect in any by any means. It's super hard. And if you retain at all, I think you should be proud of yourself. Like, it's even if you retain just a week at a time, like the fact that you're retaining or just not watching or not doing PMO, and you're trying to elevate yourself is a good thing. So yeah. Right, I'm gonna cut the video here because I don't even know what I started this video as. So I'm just talking at this point. But yeah, have a good night. See you in the next one. Peace.